Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
Really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 217 of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you here. Meteorologist Marcus Bailey, Wish TV in Indianapolis. Coming off another really cold week, but it was nice to see some changes over the weekend. Got above the freezing mark in a lot of locations on Saturday and Sunday. Finally near normal temperatures, and I think we'll have at least a little bit of a stretch here where we're going to continue to climb the ladder as we go into the rest of this week. So snow on the ground, it's going to slowly start to melt. Not going to be, full on spring, but a little brief highlight of some spring-like weather a little bit. So that'll be a nice change as we open up the month of March. We're going to be done with February by the end of this week. So pretty crazy. Things getting busy. And hopefully some signs of spring is going to be up and coming. We'll talk all about that in the week ahead for the week of February 24th, 2025. Next on Weather Weekly. All right, it is the week ahead for February 24th, 2025. Let's go ahead and get started with our Monday. And look, this is already going to be the start of a nice warm-up, just getting you down into the details here for Monday. We're mainly quiet. We're going to be certainly warmer. Now, I do see some opportunities here for the winds to pick up, and that may be for the next couple of days, and that's not unusual. When you're kind of getting that back and forth, I think if you go way, way back in the Weather Weekly podcast archives, I talk about, what is wind and how does it happen? It's the differences in both pressure and temperature. All right. And we're going to get a little bit of both. But certainly we're coming off a very cold spell, and now we're going to be warming things up a little bit. And so that will crank up the wind machine a little bit here. It's not going to be like, dangerous wind. It's not going to be high enough for any wind advisories or anything like that. So we'll go partly cloudy. It's going to be a good mix of sun and clouds. I've got highs around 51 in Indianapolis, and I do have wind gusts. Now, these will be straight out of the south and west. It's going to be yanking in that milder air, all right? I've called it warm air advection. That's the common term for it. So it's advecting the warmer air into the Midwest. So it'll be a warmer breeze, but it may feel a little bit colder than that 51 all day. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Still a little breezy for Monday night. There could be a sprinkle or two. I think it's mainly cloudy. I don't think we get any significant rain here. Lows, not bad. We'll be in the mid and upper 30s. I've got us down to around 37 in Indianapolis Monday night. All right. Winds gusting around 20. So breezy, but not as windy. Tuesday's mostly sunny day. And I think it's going to be a little calmer just because we're not going to have that system kind of approaching and stuff. And that was partially a wind maker. And I actually think we're going to be a little bit warmer here. So we'll say quiet weather, highs in the mid 50s. I'm going to go 55. I think there could be some areas that could touch near 60. Probably best chance for that's going to be down along the Ohio River. Okay. But no precipitation expected for the daytime hours on Tuesday. Should be a really, really nice day. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, a low down to 36. Let's go into Wednesday. Wednesday, I think, is going to be kind of a transitional day. Too bad, too, because I think it's going to be the warmest day that we'll have in the extended here. I have us for a high of 60 on Wednesday. We do have an upper wave that's going to slide through here. There's going to be more widespread rain chances. I don't expect that it's going to be heavy downpours at this point. It looks relatively light. So big reason why is this system is not going to connect itself to the Gulf of Mexico. So it's not going to have that free reign to just kind of keep pulling in that moisture. All right. So just look for scattered showers, especially in, I think, the second half of Wednesday. And as I mentioned, a high of around 60, probably into the upper 50s and lower 60s will be common around the state. I think the rain probably is a little bit more widespread into the Wednesday evening, Wednesday overnight range. And it could be a chilly overnight rain, but we do stay above freezing. So overnight lows will be in the mid and upper 30s. I'm not worried about, freezing or anything like that. Rest of the week should be pretty quiet. The disturbance shifts east, but we are going to be cooling for Thursday and into late week. It will be closer to average for this time of year. In fact, we're still slightly above average, just not as nice as what we had to start the week off. Mostly cloudy Thursday. High of around 47, winds not a tremendous issue. Overnight low right around freezing. Friday, not bad. We'll look at mostly sunny skies, pretty quiet. Highs around 50, overnight lows around 40. Same thing Saturday and Sunday. I think precipitation chances are going to be extremely low, if any. And we'll have highs into the low 50s for the weekend. So that's not too bad. As we gear up for the start of March. Start of March is coming up this weekend. So there we go. That's all I have in terms of this forecast. I will throw out that, let's see here. We can throw out the forecasted rainfall amounts next 7 days. I mean, obviously, I mentioned a couple of very light rain chances. 7-day output here has us maybe at around a tenth to as high as a quarter. Not much more than that. That's good news for us. We're going to have a lot of snow melt. So you don't want to add a whole lot more to that just because the ground's still pretty frozen. We've been awfully cold, so the water doesn't have anywhere to go. But our friends in Kentucky need a break from last weekend's rain. They are still trying to deal with the flooding. They have snow that they're melting off too, so that's going to just agitate those issues. And more rain would really kind of not be a good situation for them down there. So good news on that regard that we're not going to get a ton of rain here over the next 7 days. All right. So that's the extended forecast. We'll go a little bit deeper and kind of look ahead to the month of March. And I believe the spring outlook from NOAA is also out as well. We'll talk about that coming up next on Weather Weekly. All right. Let's wrap things up. Obviously, we'll have a full February recap next week on the Weather Weekly podcast, because this will be the last February update here. Where we stand right now, precipitation-wise, so liquid equivalent for the month, 1.49. That's actually down about a third of an inch, so we're not too bad. Since the start of the year, 2.66. That's actually down 2.3 inches. But since December 1st, we are at 7.39. And that puts us down about a half an inch. Snowfall, month to date, 4.1. We're down almost an inch, just shy of it, about 0.8. So we're not bad there. Since December 1st, 17.1, we're down 3 inches, but for the entire snow season, because we did get snow back in November, we have 20.4. We're only down about 0.6 of an inch of snowfall. Last year at this time, we had 8.1. All right. I find it fascinating that we're actually below average, too. I was like reading into that before I did this podcast, and I'm like, this winter has seemed very long and very busy. But I guess, and I say this on air all the time, it's extremely relative, right? We have had such docile winters the last several years that even slightly below average winters or average winters are going to feel super, super busy. So that's where we're at now. 8 to 14 day outlook. I do see some signals. I know we're getting excited about the milder weather coming in next week, or this week rather, into next weekend. There are some signs that we're going to get some shots of cold air. There's going to be a lot of weather whiplash, I think, to start off March. There's going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride, lots of ups and downs just from what I can see. And it could get quite active for the 8 to 14 day. This is valid from March 2nd through the 8th. Again, slightly below normal temperatures. I don't see an Arctic plunge. I'm hoping that we are done in that regard. We're kind of getting to the point where we don't typically see those kind of dips very frequently once you get into the month of March. I'm not completely ruling it out. Snow is a different story, but those Arctic plunges where you're only talking highs in the single digits and low teens, those days are very much numbered coming up. Precip chances in the same time frame, above average. I mentioned that that next week is probably going to get pretty active here. Let's do the March outlook. No strong signals either way for temperatures, but we do have a very strong signal that we're looking at above average precipitation for the month of March. And the spring outlook for March, April, and May. Southern Indiana may be a trend of above average temperatures. And again, a pretty strong signal for above average precipitation for the spring months of March, April, and May coming up. Love that we're talking about that now. I'm over winter. I'm ready to move on. Get some warmer weather out here. Get the kids playing some outdoor sports. Get out on the golf course. Just get out of the house a little bit, right? Do some cooking outside. That would be fun. I'm going to actually start working on that this week because I think it'll be warm enough to do so. So hopefully you can get out and enjoy maybe some milder weather coming up as well. Hey, always love to hear your feedback. Shoot me an email anytime, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. You can also reach me anytime on social media. Marcus Bailey Weather is what you search for on Facebook. I believe it's also the same on TikTok. You can also reach out at Marcus Bailey for Twitter or X and Instagram. So those are the four primaries that I use. I'm sure there's some other accounts out there, but I don't really check on those very much. There's a lot to deal with, right? So those are the four main ones, though. So you got any questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Please don't send the complaints, but love to hear from you. So shoot me a message anytime. You can always get our forecast 24 hours a day on our website, wishtv.com/weather. And of course, for free on our Storm Track 8 weather app, just go to your phone's app store and search for Wish TV Weather, not Storm Track 8 weather. Wish TV Weather will get you to that app in the app store. And of course, you can catch my forecasts Monday through Friday locally on Channel 8, Wish TV in Indianapolis, and always online at the live stream on wishtv.com. That is on daybreak from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hope to see you there. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful week. We will talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.